we get emails asking about the amount of low end that the 2x12 cabinets, the open back ones, have, and some people find that they need to be quite careful with the bass settings on their amplifier. The thing about an open back cabinet is that depending on what's behind it, and it's, most venues it's a wall, you can alter the amount of bass response by literally the distance between the back of the cabinet and the wall. So sometimes or even angling it differently to the wall behind it can have an enormous amount of an enormous effect on the bass response. So that's something perhaps to try if you find that things are a little bit too bassy for your liking, or for where you're standing, because that may not be everyone's experience. Closed back cabinets, everything's contained and predetermined, really. They call a closed back cabinet that is said to have an infinite baffle, but what that means is that the air's contained, the bass is contained. It actually, because the rearward movement of the speaker, so as it goes back into the cabinet, compresses the air. This, without getting into too much physics here, will have an effect on the impedance of the speaker, in the actual electrical impedance of the speaker inside the cabinet, and so affects how the amplifier, particularly a valve amplifier with an output transformer, and the way the valves track the impedance curve of a speaker, that all affects the bass response, but in a way tightens it, so it makes it less unruly. It can still flap your trousers but at a much, quite often at a lower frequency, because that's the thing we have to consider, is human hearing down at bass frequencies. I think mine starts at 29 hertz. I think most people's is, well, a lot of people's, it's lower than that. So just going back to the original question, if you find that your open back 2x12s are too bassy, try moving them away from the wall or angling them differently to see what results you get, because it's quite surprising, just I don't know, 10 degrees different angle too. And the same with treble response, actually. If you find that some places you play the treble response is a bit nasty, consider what's in front of it and turn the amp away from it.